What up, figure freaks? Welcome back to the channel. Once again, here we are doing another action figure review. I'm Gingervitis75. We got my sidekick down here presenting. It's Big Hairy Al. Say hello, Big Hairy Al. Hello. Today we are doing a review of G.I.Joe Classified series, figure number 150, Heavy Duty. Going around the back of the box here, we got a sick glamour shot of him holding all his gear. And then we got these three little mini windows, close-ups of I don't know what. Looks like some of his accessories or moving parts. I'm not really sure. I guess we'll get into that. On the side here, we got a nice little shot, piece of artwork of Heavy Duty with his hat on backwards. Looks like he's blasting away while screaming, ah! Front of the window box here. Pretty nice looking figure. He's big. He's got the diaphragm swivel, so he's not kind of held back with that stomach crunch. A lot of the bigger figures kind of have that. I don't know what's going on with this gear here, but it looks massive. Let's see how this works out for him. On the side here, we got the QR code and all his little symbols. Top, barcode on the bottom. Let's crack this puppy open. All right, so we got him still in the plastic molding, and we got a lot to unpack here. So first molding here, we got the figure. He's got swappable heads. He's got one with the flat top. He's got one with the backwards hat. I like it. We got a nice little gold chain. Looks to be a gold bull. I don't know if he's a Chicago Bulls fan or if he just thinks he's a tough guy. Nice looking figure. We got some swappable fists. We got some blast effects down here. Some rockets. We got a couple of daggers or army knives. Some guns. We have his like radar aimer eye thing. We got ear coverings. And whatever this big mechanism is, it's like his, I don't know. It kind of reminds me of that Tom Cruise movie, but just a big, big weapon. Man-portable heavy weapons system is what they're going with. The Mep House. No, just kidding. Also, we got this. Couple of rocket launchers. M202 quad burst. Invention number 2 in D minor. Okay, so maybe Heavy Duty's a music fan. I don't know. And then we got 6 blast effects to go with 6 more missiles. So we're doing 8 in all. So yeah, again, a lot to unpack. I'm going to do that now, and I'll hit you back. All right, we got Heavy Duty all out of the packaging, and all of his accessories are displayed, and boy, does this guy have a lot of stuff. Let's take a look here at the alt head, which I don't mind so much. Reminds me of almost of Terry Crews, but with a hairline. Pretty nice looking there. Got a little line fade. Very nice looking head sculpt, honestly. And I do like this one with the hat. I like how the bill is flipped up on the back and you got the graphic back there. He's a shred head. Pretty cool. He's got the gold chain. The paint is nice. I like the apps on the legs here. All the camouflage looks very good. So yeah, the paint is spot on. I also like the butterfly joints. Actually has his ripped shirt as part of the butterfly joints. I think that's kind of a cool little feature there. Usually you would just have this shirt and then this would be skin toned, but they switched it up a little bit. Think that's pretty cool. You got his ear protectors. His little visual like crosshairs that goes in front of his eyes that wraps around his head. This part probably rests on that hat. You have 2 daggers, which is kind of funny to me. Like, is he ever going to resort to using these knives? I don't know. You have the bullet chain, and I'll show you how that works when we look at his apparatus. And we have, I think, 8 of these missiles, and I believe 8 of these flash fire effects. We also got the fists, alt hands. So I would almost think he would go to these before the knives. He'd just drop his big old rig and start cracking some skulls. We got 2 of these mini guns that are going to attach onto his big rig here, and then as well as a pair of missile launchers. Pretty cool. And then let's have a look at his rig here. Look at this big thing. Holy crap. So you do have the pin that's going to go into his back. So that's basically what's going to be holding it on, but it wraps around his body so you can put his legs down in here. You do have these 2 machine guns, and they do pop off. You can see this little smaller rectangular hole, and then you got this peg, and it just pops right in there. Oops. Like so. And then this drops down, and then you have the controls here. Also, you got these 2 little ball joints here, which I believe the missile launchers are going to attach to. And then up here, you also have ball joints where I think the mini guns will attach to. Pretty wicked. I do like the paint on this, and I like this, like the body armor in the front, how it's all jacked up. Looks like bullets been hitting it. There's a bullet hole right there, a bunch of scratches and stuff. Pretty wicked looking. I like it. I think they should have maybe kept it more consistent, but then you also got this thing that kind of protects his head, all dinged up there. Pretty cool. So I do like this rig. Let's put it on the figure and see how it looks. Pop them on there. Oh. There we go. It's attached to his back. You want to be careful because I have had these pegs break. Actually, it happened to Metalhead, which is basically the Cobra version of Heavy Duty. So just be cautious there. This swings down, I believe. He is so bulky. And there we got it. We're going to attach the hands onto the controls here, these little joysticks, the fire buttons. Let's see here. Is this even going to work? There we go. Gotta get that elbow working. There we go. All right. Oh. Oh, okay. These things actually do move independently. Knives are in. This guy's kind of hidden away back here, but you can see the handle. Then I wasn't sure which way these should go, but the bullet chain will go into here, so I think logically it's gonna have to be on the bottom. So we're gonna pop these in like this. Boom. Do it for the other side. Come on. Ah, wow. Okay. All right, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this little chain here and you're gonna feed it through. Where does it feed through? Right here. There's that little gap there. Pull it out the other side so it's going to appear that the bullets are being fed out by both sides, but it's just one piece, and then you're gonna feed them up. Feed them up into here. It fits pretty snugly. You just kind of feed it up through this little gap here. Like so. It looks pretty good. Do it again on this side. So that's how it's going to look in the back. These can move pretty freely, up, down, left, right. Maybe pointed outward, so, well, he's gonna have his little ear protector things on. Then you're gonna take these missile launchers and pop it on, just like you did with the miniguns. Come on. Wow, okay. I'm pretty excited to get heavy metal out here just to see like who's gonna be the big badass of the bunch here, huh? All right. Lots of guns. Wow. How is this guy gonna walk around like this, huh? All right, so then you're gonna start putting in these things. The fire effects, and then put the little missile on the tip there. I think you can put just the missiles in, like so. So it looks like they're not quite firing yet. But we don't want that. We want these guys to fire. So there's a lot going on here, guys. All right, so we got him all geared up here, and he's got the missiles all launching, and it's pretty cool. I don't know about this bright green color of the missiles, but yeah, it just, I don't know. Color kind of looks almost like a kid's toy to me, but it is what it is. I kind of find it strange that there's no blast effects for the minigun as well as these guns. I guess you got to provide your own, but it just seems weird that you got all these missile launchers and nothing to go with the little guns, the 4 guns that come with this rig. But I do like how the chain of bullets come out and kind of look differently, and they plug into the mini guns here. That's pretty neat. I do really like the paints, like the scuffs and the bullet holes on the armor in the front. One thing to mention is if you're going to use this little crosshairs eye thing, it's going to be wrapping around, and the eye thing will be on his left hand side, and you can't really do it with the flat top head because this little thing back here has to rest on the back of the hat that's folded up. So that kind of works as a way to keep this guy in place. It's not really going to work that great on this head. You might be able to get it on there like so, but who knows how long it will last. One thing I really do like about Joe's is that you can usually get everything that comes in the package to go onto their body, you know, hence we'll see some other figures, but Heavy Metal is a good example. Like everything that he came with goes on the figure, whether it's knives being put in sheaths or guns into holsters or their weapons or other accessories. Almost all the time you can have them on the figure's body or in their hands or on their person, let's just say. So and that's pretty much how it is here, except for the alt head and the alt hand. So you do have extra pieces. This figure is pretty good. We went through the articulation, you know, and the paint. The butterflies are pretty cool with the torn shirt. You know, double jointed at the knees and elbows, of course. Pretty cool accessories, I would say. It would have just been nice to get some blast effects for the guns. And that's probably my only qualm with this. You know, it's just if you're gonna give them all this stuff, you know, give them everything, you know. And this isn't really a figure that you're gonna be, you know, like have them tromping around, because stuff will fall off. So it's just, I'm gonna pose him like this, and this is probably how he's gonna stay. Might add the blast effects into the guns and the mini guns up top once I can find some. Maybe I'll have to go hit up the Valaverse stuff. But yeah, this figure is cool. He comes with a lot of cool stuff. Articulation's fine. The paint is great, and the accessories are fun. So I'm gonna just give him a straight up 7. Very nice figure. And I didn't know much about Heavy Duty. I kind of thought it was like he was just like Roadblock, you know, he's big, strong black dude, and he was just an ass kicker. So it'll be interesting to see how he measures up with Roadblock. But I do like this figure. It's just big and bulky. He's not going to be moving too fast, so he's not going to be coming off the shelf too often. You know, I'm not going to pose him out or, you know, take this fucking rig off of him and, you know, have him like bust out his knife. It's just not happening, you know. Like, he's meant to wear this big fucking crazy whatever weapons jacket or whatever. And it does kind of remind me of what's the Tom Cruise movie where he keeps waking up the same thing? It's like Groundhog Day, but it's in the future, post-apocalyptic shit. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a pretty good flick. Bill Paxton's in it, I think Emily Blunt, but it kind of reminds me of that rig that all those soldiers were wearing in that film. So let's go into some comparisons. And of course we got Heavy Metal here. Not nearly as big and scary looking as Heavy Duty. Like, the weapons are a little bit smaller, but I do like how he came with different sized blast effects, so it shows kind of how different at different speeds, these missiles fly out of his guns or launchers, where here it's everything is the same. And it's just like, you know, this dude's gonna get hurt walking around with all this shit on. You know, he's got 4 guns and 8 missile launchers, and he's gonna get burned, he's gonna lose his hearing, something's gonna happen to him. So we got heavy metal, just being a little more safe. He's got these arms that kind of stretch out. And if we're gonna talk about Roadblock, let's bring in this one. I think this is the Cobra Island version. Now, I really like this, but this was actually my heavy duty for a while. We got the first Roadblock, and then you got the remake with like the less gold coloring, and then you got, you know, the big tank top, brown pantsed one, you know, the one that we all wanted from the Classified series. We got this in between those, but I added this. I think this is like a, I don't know. I got this like through Amazon, I think. And I think it's from Japan, but wow, it's like bending. Whoa, okay. Anyway, we might have to give this guy another gun. Looks like pretty much the same arms. Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, this guy is pinned, and I think these arms are actually bigger. So, heavy duty might be a little bit bigger than Roadblock. But still, I like this figure a lot. You know, I'm not sure if I appreciate the G.I. Joe star streaking across the chest like that. That's unneeded. So, but the sunglasses are cool. Bringing in low light, just because I like the character. He's cool, and he's another example of a figure that everything that came with the figure goes on the body, goes on the figure. Like, you're not storing away anything for this figure, at least not that I can remember. Gotta drink my coffee, guys. He's got the knife, he's got the little handheld thing, he's got the backpack and his big sniper rifle, and he's got the case. So, there we go. All right, we're going to bring in some guys that are non-G.I. Joe. I haven't been doing that enough for comparisons. Luke Cage. Another big bravo, you know, and like, this guy's big. And it's just like looking at his face, at Heavy Duty's face, it kind of reminded me of Luke Cage. Love this figure, by the way. We got the cage on the buckle, that bright, beautiful yellow for the t-shirt, big bald head, big boy. Love that back, too. That back molding is sick. Look at how jacked he is. So, another big guy. I love the brass knuckles. Cage. So, and they're about the same size, you know, so maybe they had a few pieces out, like these butterfly joints here. They could have done the same thing over here, but did some little cuts to make it look like a torn, ripped shirt. And, you know, as long as we're going through, like, big black dudes that wear yellow. I got Black Vulcan from my DC Universe Classics. And I think I'm going to do one other review after this one, and then we're going to get into my DC Universe Classics. I'm sorry that I'm, you know, for those of you who are like, what? Come on, I want to see your shelf. I want to see the display. It's coming. So I'll have it up by the weekend, and that's a promise. All right, guys. I'm sorry I kind of kept you hanging on there, but so there is Black Vulcan, one of the guys from the Super Friends that they kind of made up, you know, just to represent all the different types of people out there. You know, he was the black guy, and then, you know, they had like Samurai, who was the Asian guy, and Dorado, who was the Latin guy, and then the Indian guy was Apache Chief. And I got all those. Love it. Then I'm going to bring out this guy. Now, this is a Mega Morphin morphed Power Rangers Shredder. And this figure is dope. And I'm not a Ninja Turtles guy, but I had to grab this. The only other one I have is that Lord Zed figure, which is like with all the tubing and stuff. Like I had to have that. So just had to have this. It looks cool. We got the nice soft goods purple cape. It's a little off color than what Shredder usually wears, but it's a cool representation. I love these blade effects. So I love this figure. He's on my random shelf, which is only one shelf right now. I don't have much there, but he's there. And then one other guy, just so y'all know, I'm a huge Halo fan. Played Halo like a freak for like 10 years, slowing down a little bit, but I might actually play tonight. So I don't know if any of you guys are out there that still play Master Chief Collection, but I'm one of them. So I don't know. If you're interested in playing, I love playing Master Chief Collection. So let me know in the comments if there's any interest there. But here we got the Master Chief, another guy who's just like a walking weapon. So, you know, a little bit like Heavy Metal and Heavy Duty. I feel weird saying heavy duty all the time. Like, I gotta go take a heavy duty. Like a duty? I don't know. Anyways, so I gave him a 7. It's a good figure. I would recommend picking them up. I got lucky and found them. They had 2 of them at a comic shop near my house. They just moved in over there like 2 weeks ago. They actually just had Brutus Beefcake signing autographs just this past weekend. But I went up north, you know, to enjoy the outdoors. So that's what I did. I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. Good figure. Just a lot going on, you know. So it's a messy figure, but you know, I gotta give it props because like shit's not falling off, and sometimes that happens, you know. You're trying to like pop something else on and something else falls off, and so this guy's a very sturdy figure, pretty cool. So pick him up if you can. Heavy duty. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'll make it worth your while, guys. I'll always respond. So yeah, let's have fun talking about figures. Tell me what you guys want to see, you know. Tell me how I can make improvements to the channel. Any opinions or advice is welcome. So hey, thanks again, guys. We'll see you on the next one. I think what's coming up is I don't know. The DC Universe Classics, definitely. But I just got this in the mail today. The Firefighter. So that's going to be coming up. What else did I get? Today, early morning, I found the SummerSlam shipper. Oh, my God. Sorry, guys. My camera totally just slipped. But I caught it. So, found this great Muda. Found Naomi. Look at this. Now, I had the old one. I had the Chase that was all glow in the dark. Now, does she glow in the dark? And, I mean, wow. I mean, the color in itself looks great, but this soft goods robe, looking awesome. Also found the collector's edition John Cena, You Can't See Me. Looking like Iceman in there. Pretty excited for that. And I don't know if I'm going to review it. I should have grabbed them both, but I stashed one for my buddy. And then I got the Chase Axiom first in the line. So definitely we'll be doing maybe her. The Muda is definitely getting a review. And then we'll be doing Lawler, and whenever my Hulk Hogan decides to show up, which I'm not that excited about, but I am excited for the Trillionaire Ted DiBiase. So it'll be, I'm going to do this guy today, and then we'll do the DC Universe Classics display, and that'll be it, guys. And, you know, we'll move forward from there. But hey, hope you're enjoying it, guys. We'll see you later. Peace out. I get to be more part of the production. I mean, I got all this hair and piercings, and I mean, I'm beautiful. I should be the star here.